Nick Littlehills is our next presenter, and he's going to talk to you about the one thing that has the greatest impact on your health: sleep.
Lots of myths and misunderstandings, get your 8 hours, see you tomorrow. One of the major health pillars, very much the third or fourth health pillar.
They're a little bit hesitant to make changes. There's so many things that are happening in our lives right now that are beyond our control.
One of the leading contributing causes of death and disability in industrialized countries is high blood pressure and its consequences, heart attacks and strokes.
If I have anything, I try 3 days of fasting. And if it doesn't get better, I consider a treatment.
Practical demonstration of what I want to share with you today, which is breath work.
Probably around, I would estimate me to be around 16 years old. And my mother had psoriasis, just a small amount on her elbows.
Helps with inflammation. It helps with there's so many medical benefits associated with cold exposure.
We're going to begin with the first element, which is water.
Today we're going to talk about memory. It's a very hot topic, and I am very passionate about helping people improve their memory and age healthfully, cognitively, physically, and socially.
You have to hear things 7, 14, 21 times. How many times you need to hear these things for them to get into your mind and for you to understand how crucial and important they are. So there is no one size fits all answer. So there's variety to everything. There's an approach to everything. There are possibilities to everything that was covered, to really everything in life. So you do have to discover and find what works best for you. So we discuss with Nick the fact that I like to take a nap. I have schedule recovery time, which is usually called a nap. I'm going to change it to I have schedule recovery time during the day to recharge myself, right? You might not be able to do that. Maybe time, or you just might not be able to do that. You might not be able to do the extended type of meditations, but you can do some shorter meditations, or you can look into even other options of meditation. You can do gratitude meditation. You can do abundance manifestation meditation. You can, explore different states of meditation. Just what Adam did a great job is identify how certain meditation connect to our brain wavelengths. So whatever meditation that you're doing, try to understand what brain wavelengths are you conducting that in, and how does it serve and impact other things. In the cold training with Shireen, we, perhaps you're not ready for the ice bath, but she said, up to 2, if you can get yourself up 2 minutes, just getting water on the back of your neck to hit the vagus nerve, right? So you might not be able to go climb a mountain in a bathing suit where it gets cold. So other people are going to make more of that body-mind connection, and they have aspirations to do that. That might not be you, but that doesn't mean that the practice that they have in place to reach that there isn't something in it for you. Don't compare yourself to others. Explore what it is. We, in the fasting panel, we didn't even begin to cover all the different variety of fasts, because you have dry fast, and we talked about the intermittent fasting, the longer fast, and everything in between. So what is the right one for you? You have to discover. So just want to drive the point home that there is no one size fits all. Go ahead and explore what it is. In that exploration, when we talk about exploring and discovering health first, it's about educating yourself on your body, educating yourself on your gut, educating yourself on your hormones and the neurotransmitters, and educating yourself on the brain. If you do all your education properly in these different areas and understanding out each and every one of those, support each and every process, right? A lot of it definitely starts in the brain, but everything else has an impact on the brain. So understand this. Do your research to have a better understanding. Do your research online. The speakers of many that came today have their own published research. They have their own podcasts. They have their own YouTube channels. I'm going to share all of that on YouTube when each of the videos are posted, all of their resource and how to get in touch with them, but also explore some others. We touched on this throughout the day. Make sure that whoever that you are listening and getting educated by, that they are references, they're referencing actual research and data. So there is misinformation that is constantly and continuously spread, even though the research has said this is not true. So, but because either people don't get updated or they're just repeat the same information. So one of the best resource that I have discovered is Dr. Andrew Huberman. So he has a YouTube channel, and he also his podcast is, you can catch it across all of the podcast platform. He gets into the not deep, but pretty thorough level of science behind everything that he explains, and I love him for it. He is a Stanford professor. He also runs a lab at Stanford. So you're pretty much for free through his YouTube channel and podcast, you're getting a Stanford level education through the content that he shares. So is he going to talk about things that go over your head? Does he talk about things that go over my head? Yes, he does. But he is also, because he's clearly a very talented and excellent professor, he comes back. So after almost every episode, he gets deeper into the information, but he comes back and layers the information that he already covered through the new information that he's providing you. So it's a building block. So get started at the beginning of his episode and, go down the process of getting educated through those building blocks. Look up your own research. Certainly, if you're going to take any supplements. So we touch with Nick, melatonin, and actually Dr. Andrew Huberman does a great job talking about the problem and the issues that taking melatonin can cause, especially in teenagers and younger kids, younger adults. So don't just because it's available at CVS, Walgreens, whatever pharmacy that you go to, and you can buy it, on the shelf, it doesn't mean that it is safe and good for you. There are alternative ways to address what you are looking to take the supplement for. Now, there's definitely some great supplements out there to take. So do your research on the supplement, look up the studies related to the supplement. Do not just blindly take anything or have someone that doesn't have the proper education, make recommendation. If I make any recommendation to take any supplements, I'm going to refer whoever the doctor and the science is that taught me that was a supplement that I wanted to take. So be cautious as you're doing your research across social media. Again, find the people that truly are known in their fields. And although that's also dangerous because I've heard some conflicting information there too, but listen to more than one, right? So that's another great way. Don't listen to one expert, listen to multiple experts. Are they all saying the same thing? If they're all saying the same thing with, and they're backing up with research, then you're probably on the right track. If they're saying conflicting things, understand what those conflictions are, and then do further research before you do anything that might hinder your health, because we're looking at doing this in order to improve your health. So ask for help. So if reach out. That's the beauty of social media, is you can reach out to those experts, and a lot of them, if they're doing videos, if they're doing podcasts, and they're looking to educate, if you ask them a question in the comments section, you ask them, educate questions, they're looking for more content to cover. So ask them the question, and more than likely they will actually answer those questions in whatever next type of content that they create. Get your family involved and engage in what you do, or your friends, and support each other. But it's also a trial and error to some extent. So you have to try it out, see if you get that positive outcome from it that everyone is telling you. When we're talking about the benefit of cold training, the benefit of fasting, the benefit of meditation, the benefit of better sleep, you have to experience it to get those benefits for yourself. Give it enough time for you to get the benefit. Don't just write it off, because the alternative is just very destructive. The decisions that you make, the actions that you take today, you are either killing yourself, you're surviving, or you're adding quality life to the life that you have left, and you possibly are adding years to your life. Okay, so depending where you're starting from, and the quality of changes that you're making. So try it out. Give it a shot. What do you really have to lose? And when we're talking about time, well, I don't have time to meditate. So I don't have time to meditate, but you have time to lose a few hours of sleep at night, and then you have time to be tired throughout the day and not be as focused and as productive as you need to be, and that you have time to not make the best decisions that you can make. You are killing yourself because you're eating processed food, sugary food, and other unhealthy foods. But you don't have time to cook. You don't have time to go shopping and cook for yourself in order to have better food, so that you don't get sick, you don't get a chronic disease, you don't end up in the hospital, you don't end up having to be on medicine. So it is all relative. When we're talking about time, you have plenty of time to take care of your health. What you don't have time for is being sick, getting a horrible disease, dying young, or having very bad quality of life later in your later years. So set some goals, understand what they are. Don't try everything at once. Implement one, maybe two, especially if they're in support of each other, new habit together. And then you do want to make them a habit. So my fasting for me is a habit. Fasting save me time, so I don't have to think as much about food. I don't have to be cooking as much, and it really freed me up. But it is now a habit, is now a routine. We didn't talk about exercise in this session. We're going to have not next month, but in June, Explore and Discover Sports and Fitness, and we'll talk about exercise, sports and fitness in that event. But pick what first time new experience you want to add, start adding those. And then the maximize your life concept is also about racking and stacking them together. So again, everything helps your brain. So if you're learning something new and you're doing that with somebody else, you're releasing the right neurotransmitters, serotonin, oxytocin, and because you're learning something new, dopamine. And if what you're learning increases activity, then you're getting your exercise. If you're doing outside and you're processing light and you're getting the vitamin D. So see how you can just add more and more on top of each other to increase your benefits, because you understand what benefits your body, your mind, and your well-being. So you want to get to the point where your routines and your habit are centered around the fact that you're prioritizing your life, which is maximizing your energy, your focus, your decision making, your creativity, and so many other things related to maximizing your life and your output and your performance. And then it, like I said, it's also about, what do you want to be like in your 70s, in your 80s, and in your 90s, right? Do you want to be stuck in bed with, needing constant care and not being able to move? We're all going to die, but what we are doing how active we are, our how much of our senses we still have up to that point, we actually do have some say and control over that. So, all right. I guess that got a little preachy, but to be honest, I'm not going to apologize for that, because I think everyone really needs to take hold of their lives, take control of your life, and your health, and your happiness, your joy, your peace, your contentment, all of that. You have a lot of say and control over it. So this is the rest of the series. So we just completed the Explore and Discover Health First. Next month, May 21st, we have Life Skills First. So I invite you to register. We're still bringing the lineup together as far as who the presenters and speakers are going to be, but you can see what the actual topics are going to be. The aim here is for you to understand, again, tapping back to neuroplasticity, tapping into building your confidence, stepping out of your comfort zones, and all the many other benefits of first times and new experiences. So, like I said, in June, we're going to do Explore and Discover Sports and Fitness. July, side hustles. In August, volunteering. And in September, the world, which is traveling. And then that will lead us to a live event here in Las Vegas in October, where we're going to bring some similar folks from speakers from the virtual event to a live event to cover the content even deeper, and then head out into Las Vegas to have many incredible and amazing first times in your experience. So it's going to be a blast. All right, everyone. Thank you for your time. Thank you to all the speaker presenters and, everyone, Bob, our keynote speaker, everyone that contributed to today and provided, again, such incredible content that is life-changing if you choose to start implementing it. And we will be chopping up the live stream on YouTube, and we'll be reposting the videos. So if you miss something, you want to watch a session again, you will be able to do that. I will see you. Actually, a really quick plug. I also, here on Run the World, I run the First Time Storytelling Networking event. So if you're interested in learning to become a storyteller, a better active listener, and do some networking, then I invite you to the First Time Storytelling Networking event. Otherwise, I will see you May 21st for the Explore and Discover New Life Skills. All right. Thank you, everyone.